What's up, Crispy Gang? It's your boy Crispy from CrispyXTV, where I bring you the freshest and crispiest in gaming news. Today, we have some massive news about the Cyberpunk 2077's major expansion, Phantom Liberty. This isn't just your typical DLC, folks. This is a total game changer. Literally. So buckle up, tunes, and let's dive right into it. First off, Phantom Liberty is set to add a meaty chunk of story with a spy thriller feel featuring none other than Idris Elba. This expansion is also going to completely overhaul the original game system. Even if you own the base game, you'll receive some of these updates. Set to release in September, Phantom Liberty adds a new district of Night City called Dogtown. It takes place during the main story of the original game, and players can access it via any of their existing save games. But with such a substantial number of overhauls to the core system, many may be tempted to give 2077 another playthrough from the start. According to creative director Paulo Sasco, virtually no system of the original game has been left untouched. The biggest changes are the perks and skill trees, which have been completely rebuilt. Vehicle combat has been added, enabling car chases. The AI has been greatly expanded, and the police system has been completely redone. The loot system, the difficulty curve, the enemy archetypes, all have been revamped for more variety. Even the UI and UX have been greatly updated. In Phantom Liberty, your task is pretty simple. Rescue the President of the United States of America, but more importantly, find the cure. To be fair, this is quite an operation and basically requires you to become the best spy ever known in Night City. Since we can't handle this massive task on our own, one of the new characters will help us out along the way. The new character will probably be the star of the whole expansion, and his name is Solomon Reed. He is a very well-trained FIA master agent in espionage and overtaking governments in the shadows, leaving no trace left behind. So I wouldn't recommend playing games with him, along with Songbird, who claims to be able to cure V and save them. There will be one of the probably many baddies of the expansion in Kurt Hannigan, a slumlord who portrays himself as one of the community, and tricking people into believing he is giving back when in reality he is a ruthless monster. Lastly, a complex character who will be a focal point in the story in Mayors. Former Marine turned politician, has been mentioned as a badass who can handle herself in a sticky situation. Despite her incredible smarts, this situation might be too much even for her, and this is where LV will come in. We will see her highs and lows, and we will help her escape the dogfights in Dogtown. So let's talk about Dogtown, the expansion's new area. A interrupted development that came to a screeching halt due to corporate wars. It's an area mentioned in Night City only in whispers and your darkest of dingiest bars. In Pacifica, Dogtown is quite an interesting area. It certainly has a post-apocalyptic feel to it and is just a perfect addition to Night City with all the lights, signs, and crime. However, rather than a district of the existing Night City, is more or less an independent state and a pretty lawless one at that, to say the least. Common Team won't even step foot in that bitch. Pretty much, if you go in there, you're on your own. It's better to have that thing loaded. It's vast and densely populated, and CD Projekt Red claims it's improved enemy AI, overhauled vehicle gameplay, and added new activities for players to discover. Fit yourself with new Chrome, as cyberware has been completely redone, with a new capacity system indicating how much cyberware your character's body can take before it sends you into cyberpsychosis, which might add a new element to the game where you will have to manage your cyberware before you end up really burning down the whole city. Vehicle combat has been totally rebuilt. Players now have more options to battle enemies while driving or even use weaponized vehicles with cannons or guns mounted on board. The game changes also extend to how players will obtain cards in the game via a new courier mission. which leads me to believe that we might get vehicle customization that we have been clamoring for since its release. If we can equip our cars with guns and cannons, we should be able to adjust the paint and how the car looks, the interior in first person mode. We will see. All skill trees have been changed to focus on giving players actual abilities that they can use in the game rather than stat-based changes featured in the original game. For instance, one will add a new dash move, another will allow players to deflect bullets or perform execution finishers. Modifiers around each skill allow players to further power up their abilities. So there you have it, Crispy Gang. Phantom Liberty is not just an expansion, it's a total revamp of Cyberpunk 2077. It's something that has brought much needed life to the otherwise great but tarnished franchise. CDPR promises to deliver a whole new gaming experience, and I for one can't wait to dive into Dogtown and light that bitch up. It's still a bit off as the release date is set for September 26, 2023. This is a massive update that you do not want to miss. It's going to change the way we play Cyberpunk 2077, and I am excited to see how these changes will impact our gameplay. And that's it for today's video, Crispy Gang. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your tunes, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think about these changes, and if you're as excited as I am about Phantom Liberty. This is Crispy signing off. Until next time, keep it crispy, Crispy Gang.